Hi everyone, still at it here, turn 73. Another throne claim for Ruga Joe. Some site searching. I believe that, oh, we did find a couple this time. Cave. Not too much. Summoning, teleporting, etc., etc. Someone did Armageddon, I'm told. I haven't actually seen Armageddon go off before, so that's what that looks like. Lots of dudes died. Um, cool. Uh, Sent more horrors after Uruk because why not? It's a good time. More blood hunting. Conquered this province of Shiniyama. So now I can see what they have up here. There's 250 of them. So I'm just gonna keep kind of meandering about down here. Once I get more money, then I can recruit more thugs out here and send them to kind of hold down this province of the Mines of Fortune. Beat up some Asphodel dudes. Oh yeah, I took a peek at this throne, which I've done before, but I already forgot it. The key is for me to know what I need to beat it. So there's not tramplers here. There's not flyers. Well, there are flyers. There's Zots, but Zots are pretty unimpressive. We've got some shadows, so you need MR to not get paralyzed. We've got some fire snakes, so you need fire resistance to not get burnt. And then MR for astral and death spells. So really, MR and fire resistance. And I'll want a fire shield to deal with all the Zots jumping on top of me, which all of that is quite manageable. So I figured that I would get someone here in Flower Meadow Forest, and then, or not there, sorry, here in Zaglia, and then just sent them down. It would be nice to have another vampire queued up, but it is what it is. I guess this guy has heat, has magic resistance. Sure, let's send him in. Yeah. We can give him a little more MR, and we don't have to worry about most of the other stuff. So that'll be a good plan. Let's see. Rigajo attacking Asphodel, me attacking Asphodel. That is with this guy who I forgot to rename. He can probably tank this army, honestly, but I'll just have him sneak, and if he gets patrolled out, then that's when we'll actually see that conflict. But he's got basically everything but shock resistance, which has doomed me in the past, but Asphodel does not deploy a lot of shock, so I'm less concerned about it here. Kalem attacked Rigacho with just one Seraph. Good job, AI. Sure. Sent a bunch of spawns in and finally tracked down this crew. So we've got that problem dealt with. Now Asphodel is correctly bottled back up in their hole. And this would ordinarily be scary in the hands of the AI, but they're just going to keep throwing them into each other, and that's fine with me. Speaking of which, I can get more scouts now that I have that province again. Beat up some barbarians with my free barbarians. Super combatant doing super combatant things. Still no Bakemono sorcerers here. So just a bunch of random crap. Long dead samurai. Let's see. Banderlog sent in 2 dudes. They got a lion killed somehow. Sieged this province here of Laria. We're going to go ahead and back out because Asphodel still has 370 dudes that I don't really want to tangle with without a super combatant. Beat up these heretics, and then Banderlog. So this was an interesting fight. Banderlog brought in some of their dragons, and many of them are transformed dragons. Some of them were actually thugs, and then they also sent in their eagles with which they were using to storm the place. AI Banderlog summons some crap, does random buffs. The eagles fly in, and look at the colors under the eagles. You'll see that they're being enslaved. You also see that they're being paralyzed. Basically, Rugajo should not have sent in the eagles because that is their liability here. And so the result is that even though the dragons themselves are doing fine, enough that the eagles get turned or killed that Rugajo decides, has a HP route. So here's the score. None of Rugajo's actual dragons died, but almost all of their eagles did, 4 of which are now in possession of Banderlog. So I talked to Rugajo, and now I'm going to take a swing at it. So I've got this Archdevil coming in with a bunch of my eagles and devils, and I'm going to do a similar thing, but I am notably not going to have my eagles storm the place. So I've got a Sylph coming in to pick up my eagles after the place has been breached and keep them safe. What else? I'm going to need to send in another of these guys equipped with some type of... Why do I have you going there? No, I don't even remember what I was thinking, but let's have you go down here, and you will be responsible for actually cutting down the idol that has a lot of protection there. So we go ahead and look at Banderlog's god itself. Got to make sure that I have someone on site who can actually chop through 300 HP and 28 protection. It's being doubled from his Dominion. Oh, and 10 Undying. So I'm just going to need someone tough to deal with that. And I'm making a couple great swords of sharpness for that purpose. And then captured this Kalem province, so that is now mine. Yeah, this is a forest province, but hey, it's got a considerable amount of blood slaves ready to be captured. We've breached a couple of forts, so we're storming them. Well, not Laria, we talked about that. Some troops starving, disease, lots more patrolling. You get the picture. Kind of been over this, but we're flying some dudes over to Kalem. We're sending some dudes over through Asphodel to cause trouble over here. And Drakes are moving into town to finally reclaim Unbaloth. Hopefully. We do have to deal with these guys, but a super combatant should be able to dispatch them. And Vanderlog, the situation there is pretty much all but resolved. Down here in the caves with Shinyama, we're just dancing around causing trouble. Alright, I think that covers it for turn 73. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you on turn 74.